President of the United States of America. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for your support. And God bless the United States of America.
I have a friend who's a great builder. What he builds is plants. That's all he does is build plants. He doesn't build buildings. He builds plants. It's the biggest in the world, from what I hear. I said, how's business? I was with him the other day. How's business? He goes, unbelievable. I said, really? Wow, I'm surprised. Why is it unbelievable? Because I think of him as building in this country. He said, Donald, what we're doing in Mexico, you won't believe. I said, what do you mean? He said, we're building plants in Mexico, the likes of which we've never seen. I said, what about this country? Not much. Not much. That's the expression. He said exactly that. Not much. I said, but Mexico? He said, you've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. Folks, that's going to stop. We're going to go reverse it. We're going to bring our jobs back to this country. We can't be the stupid people anymore. Okay? And he was better than a pollster. He's better than a consultant. I'd say, how are we doing? And you get a big report that costs you millions of dollars. Doesn't cost me millions. Me, I give them $10,000, okay? Costs other people millions. Costs other campaigns millions to get a report. Every time they get a report, it's millions. But I'll tell you what, a guy like this is better than anybody you can hire to do a report. And he said it. He didn't say it from the standpoint of he's upset about it. Just fact. How are we doing? Unbelievable in Mexico. In fact, he actually said, I've never, ever seen anything like it. And if you look, Ford is building massive plants there instead of Michigan. We want them to build them in Michigan. They're going to build them in Michigan. And you know that I know how to do that. So easy. So great, great gentleman that everybody knows, but whose name I will not reveal, said, Mr. Trump, we live in fear in our churches and our synagogues. We live in fear that we're going to lose our tax-exempt status if we say anything that's even slightly political. And I looked out the window. I was in Trump Tower, and I pointed to people walking down the street. I said, well, they have the right to speak, but you don't. That means they're more powerful than you are. We have to do something about it. How did it start? How did it start? And they said it started because of Lyndon Johnson, and he actually had a problem in Texas with a certain religious leader, and he did this, and he got it done. And we're going to undo it so that religious leaders in this country and those unbelievable people, and not because they backed me in such large numbers, but so that religion can again have a voice, because religion's voice has been taken away, and we're going to change that. Okay? Mike Pence will never be afraid to speak the name of our enemy. Radical Islam, radical Islamic terrorism. You saw it the other day with the truck screaming out the window. You heard what he was screaming out the window. You saw it in San Bernardino. You saw it at the World Trade Center. You saw it in Orlando. How horrible was that? You saw it in Paris. You see it all over. And Hillary is a weak person. We are the law and order candidates. And with the law and order party, we're going to change things around. There's going to be respect again for law and order. I want to also address the Islamic terror attack in France. We've witnessed horror beyond belief, no matter where you look. And now it's happening more and more. And it's never going to stop. We need new leadership. We need new thinking. We need strength. We need, in our country, law and order. And if I'm elected president, that will happen.
And while this office is an extraordinary office to which to aspire, the highest role I will ever play is DAD. And I'm a proud father of a college student, a graduate turned writer, and a United States Marine.
So I'm here today to introduce the man who will be my partner in this campaign. and the White House to fix our rigged system. We are in a rigged system. And to make America safe again and to make America great again. Now, as hopefully the next president of the United States, I want to refer back to what's happened over the years. The Middle East today is more unstable than ever before. Never been like this, out of control. After 4 years of Clinton, who really led the way and led Obama down a horrible path, because I don't even think he could have made these decisions so badly. She led him right down a horrible path. He didn't know what he was doing. Iraq, Syria, all into chaos. And Iran is on a path to nuclear weapons. And on top of that, we gave them back $150 billion, and we didn't get our hostages until the end. Now we're seeing unrest in Turkey, a further demonstration of the failures of Obama-Clinton. You just have to look. Every single thing they touched has turned to horrible, horrible, death-defying problems. Because I'm an outsider. I want to be an outsider. I think it's one of the reasons I won in landslides. I won in landslides. This wasn't close. This wasn't close. No, this wasn't close. This was in the history of the Republican Party. History. With 17 people running. You have to understand. Other people ran against 1, 2, and 3. With 17, we got, I say we because I'm the messenger. I'm a messenger. I'm doing a good job, but I'm a messenger. We got almost 14 million votes. That's more than any other person in the history of the Republican Party in the primary system running for president. And think of it. That's more than Ronald Reagan, who we love. That's more than Richard Nixon. It's more than Dwight D. Eisenhower. You know, he won the Second World War, in all fairness. It's pretty good. It's more than the Bushes. But I mean by a lot. I don't mean by a little. But that's with 17 people. People don't oversay that. That means our message is unbelievable. And I want to thank all of the loyal people, because I have such loyal, unbelievable people. And they displayed that just yesterday in Cleveland, where it's going to be so amazing. But they displayed it. It was on display, where we had this group of people, who many of whom I've known. And I won't say, because for party unity, I'll say they're wonderful people. Okay? Never Trump, they said. Never Trump. Never Trump. Oh, we're going to win. They got crushed. And they got crushed immediately. I said that Brexit's going to happen. I said that they are going to break away. And everybody laughed at me. And the odds were 20%. And then when it happened, she took an ad saying, oh, Donald Trump said this or that. But I'm the one that said it was going to happen. And some of the more fair reporters, about 30% of them, said he was right. I appreciate that. 70% didn't, so that's okay. Because I'm much more interested right now in Mike. Indiana's unemployment rate, and this is the primary reason I wanted Mike, other than he looks very good, other than he's got an incredible family, incredible wife and family. Karen is amazing. Incredible family. Highly respected. Expected to go for another 4 years. He would have won, I think, very easily in Indiana. Indiana, their unemployment rate has fallen. When he was there, when he started, 8.4% when he was governor, when he took over, to less than 5% in May of 2016. Since January 2013, Indiana's labor force has increased by more than 186,000 jobs. You have to understand, I've gone around to all these states. I've gone to all of them. And every time I have statisticians, I say, give me the stats on a state. And it's always bad. Down, down, down. Down 40%, 50%, 60% in some cases. Here's somebody where it's gone up. Private sector job growth is up by more than 147,000 jobs since 2013. That's like very unusual. Governor Pence balanced the budget. Can you imagine a balanced budget? Our budget's so out of whack in this country, we don't know what we're doing. We're going to owe very soon $21 trillion. He balanced the budget. They don't know what that means. Governor Pence balanced the budget, produced a surplus, and maintains a $2 billion reserve fund in the state of Indiana. It's also rated AAA. Their bonds are rated AAA. Very few states have that. AAA. The best. That's as good as you can get. Whether you're a company, a state, AAA. Indiana was recently recognized by Chief Executive Magazine as the #1 state in the Midwest for business. #1. And it's not even close. There are approximately 34,000 fewer Hoosiers on unemployment insurance now than they were when Mike Pence took office. So you have fewer Hoosiers, fewer people from Indiana. Besides that, Bobby Knight, my friend who really did help me. I mean, if you want to reference Bobby Knight in Indiana, we love Bobby Knight. But he agrees with everything I'm saying. He loves the governor. Indiana has the second lowest unemployment rate in the nation. For veterans, where nobody's fighting for the veterans like I'm fighting for the veterans. The veterans have been left behind. If you remember a few months ago, Hillary Clinton said, really, they're doing much better. The VA is much better. They're doing a much better job than people give it credit for. People are dying in line waiting for 5-6 days for doctors. People are dying, they can't even see a doctor. It's a scandal. Take a look at what's happening with the VA in Arizona. Take a look at what's happening with, just the Veterans Administration hospitals. It's a scandal. It's corrupt. It's incompetent. It's a scandal. And Hillary Clinton thought it was just fine. And boy, am I going to win big with the veterans. I mean, we know that for a fact. So it's now 2.4% for veterans. In 2013, when Mike Pence took office, the rate for veterans was 6.7. It was 31st in the nation, one of the bad ones. And now it's almost the best. Got them jobs. Got them jobs. Indianapolis is ranked second in top 10 metro areas for young college graduates. That's a great thing. They're going to stay there. That's a great thing. And Mike worked hard on that. He was telling me that was not easy. Under Governor Pence's leadership, Indiana enacted the largest K-12 education funding increase in the state's history. So you're balancing budgets, and yet you're giving more money to education. Isn't that a great thing? Indiana has just about the largest school choice program in America. School choice is where it's at, folks. You want to get your schools better. You've got to get rid of Common Core fast. Governor Pence enacted the largest income tax cut in the state's history. Think of that. We're cutting taxes and balancing budgets. And along with corporate tax reform, just about